Hello and welcome
Hello.
to episode 0 of 2 season of podcast. I say episode 0 because this is like a test run, kind of.
It's our pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although aren't pilots considered the first episode?
They're like trailers for producers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Kind of, yeah. Like, that's what I would imagine a pilot is. Like, here's the first script of the first episode. If you like it,
yes, yeah.
you know? Yeah.
How come Twin Peaks' pilot was like an hour and a half long?
I don't know. We're currently watching Twin Peaks. It's not just a random reference he made.
We're about to watch the last episode. We've been enjoying it.
Yeah. So I would much rather watch the last episode than do this. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Wow. Really putting our viewers in a position here, aren't you? They're like, oh, she's not enjoying it at all.
They're like,
such an asshole.
Yeah, I wish I was watching something else as well.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta make them wanna. I don't know why I'm wearing headphones. You gotta make them wanna stay and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
You know, give them a reason to hang around. Like giveaways.
Oh my god.
I'm joking, we're not doing giveaways.
Yeah, we don't have any. We'll give away a few boxes of... We've got shelving units we need to do. You can have the box, and maybe if we have a cat or something, we'll throw in a cloth we're not using, so it's like a cat house.
Yeah, but you have to promise to send us pictures of the cat in the box.
I'm not too bothered.
Alright.
I feel like that's our dynamic now.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm getting the I'm against what you say.
Oh, is that so? We're starting off strong with that.
Yeah, I think
you
so.
Just completely reject everything I say.
Complete ball buster.
I think Alina's really cool, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
I left the bedroom light on.
Eat it. Anyway, so it's been a while since we've uploaded. We have recently, like 2 months ago, we moved in together.
Yeah.
And
it's going swimmingly.
Like a nice relaxing back.
Except for the beginning, that was a bit like. Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, but we're more settled. It wasn't relationship troubles.
Oh no!
It was
never.
it was landlord troubles.
Yeah.
But that's more or less kind of. Well, I wouldn't say settled. She's still a passive aggressive bitch.
Well, yeah, but I don't think I was nice either. My body's overly sensitive, so even the water here, I've noticed my face and my scalp get a lot drier. And I think it's even the first night that I showered here, I was like, this water smells sweeter.
Really?
Yeah, I noticed that the water was different. Do you know when you're in the shower and you rinse your mouth, but just fun?
No.
So
that's gross.
No. So well, Oran in the shower today, he was like, do you ever just cup your boobs and fill it up with water? Yeah. And I was like, yeah, but years ago, not now. So it's the same thing. And then you
let it go and it does a big spsh.
No, so when I was a kid, I'd put my head up and I'd pretend like it's you're catching snowdrops on your tongue. You know?
What?
Yeah, when you're in the shower, you just put your head up.
Snowdrops and not rain?
Or rain even, accurate? Yeah, but whatever. So I've noticed that the water here tastes different. I'd be great at being a wine connoisseur or something.
Yeah.
So my face has been getting very dry, and so is my scalp. And it's not the shampoos that I'm using. I've pinned it down to the water.
Yeah. Is tap water the same water that would be used for the shower?
I don't know. I've always wondered that. I think it is.
Because tap water is supposed to be drinkable.
Well, yeah, but
except for all that chloride that's rotting
Chloride
our
or
brains.
chlorine?
Huh?
Chlorine.
Chloride?
Oh,
I
you're
don't
right.
know.
Chloride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just tapping into...
I don't know. What's that?
Conspiracy
Sorry.
theories
What's that thing that they put in toothpaste?
Chloride.
Chloride or fluoride?
Oh, it's fluoride.
Yeah.
That's chloride. That's like half of salt, isn't it?
I don't know. Yeah,
Sodium
maybe.
chloride.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, so my body's overly sensitive, so my skin is like getting very dry over the water. So when I was first here, I would get chesty coughs because of the dampness in the air. So, but yeah, anyway, that's a whole other story.
Yeah. But you've kind of more or less gone used to it now.
Yeah, I think I've adapted to it maybe. So I feel like a bitch for complaining about it.
Nah.
Yeah.
It was very damp. Even
Thank
I was
you.
like, even I would struggle. And I had like, my room at home was fairly damp.
Yeah.
I'd have like 4 damp traps
Yeah.
throughout the place.
I might send her like a Christmas card and a box of chocolates or something.
Well, we don't have her address.
Yeah, we do. It's on her contract.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. She lives in like a fancy house name. It's like Bluebell
Don't
something.
like give away her fucking address.
Well, no one knows where we are or where she lives. It's like Bluebell something. But like, how beautiful is that for a house name?
Yeah. So, I kind of planned segments for this. Let me have a look at my phone.
Can I do like a really short rant? Online classes are only supposed to last however long the lecturer has decided they're supposed to last. But the course that I'm doing is a digital marketing course, and I can't understand why anybody over the age of 30 would want to do any course that's digital unless they've done something previous. Unless they have like computer knowledge, why would they start off at a really difficult...
Because maybe they want to experience new things, you know, get out there.
Yeah, but you don't...
Discover a new world.
But you kind of... It's like...
It is kind of the wrong approach.
It's a really wrong approach. And then they ask like very basic questions about social media or about like how to operate the Facebook page or whatever. Because I just had a class, so that's what the questions were mostly about from older women.
Women.
And it's just like... You end up staying a half hour longer, but you don't want to stay. But it's like, it's really bothering.
Yeah. It's like fat people doing a fitness instructor course or something.
Yeah.
And they can't keep up with the rest of the class.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's exactly what it's like. And then when I was doing an animation course as well, and there was a woman in my class. My lord. So it's... there was one module of stop motion. Everything else was computer work. And sorry, I know if I sit back like this, I'm not comfortable.
She keeps leaning into the mic.
Yeah, but
so
like
she's probably super loud.
But it's nice to have my hand resting on my chin.
I get you.
So there was
You're just fucking up the recording.
Yeah, no, I'm not. So there's a woman in the class who, again, older woman, has a child. Oh, this isn't a thing about women. This is just about older people doing courses.
Like
no, it's really
women.
not. And she's like great, unbelievable at the stop motion. And, you know, we were friends and stuff. And we would sit next to each other in all of the computer modules. And the negative energy and the huffing and puffing and the... that you would get sitting next to you because she just can't follow what's going on. So I would try help, and then she would like get defensive with the helping. She'd be like, no, I can do it myself. And I'm like, I really don't want to sit here and listen to you keep asking questions. That's a little rant. Sorry, go on with your planning of the schedules.
How would you feel if she found the podcast? I mean, she wouldn't because she's old and she can't use computers, so you would probably be fine.
Probably, yeah.
It's like worrying about mocking the Amish online.
She's like, 2 season a podcast? What the... Skip.
What's a podcast? Oh, by the way, I feel like we should thank. I can't actually remember who came up with the name 2 C's in a podcast, because I was looking for suggestions on Twitter, and then some kind fellow came in with this brilliant suggestion, which I loved, but I can't remember what their username
Ultimately, you should be thanking Twitter. Yeah. So thank you, Twitter, for giving us the name of our podcast.
Yeah.
No credit to that man whatsoever.
Like,
no.
What did he do, really?
Absolutely fuck off.
If not for Twitter, then he would have done nothing. So thank you, Twitter. Thank you, the internet, actually, for allowing Twitter to become a thing. Am I going too far?
What was that? What was his name from The Imitation Game? The guy who created computers.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
No, the guy who he played.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Oh wait, no, I kind of got it.
Mr. Internet.
No.
Did he make the first
Alan Turing.
Oh, is that who he was playing?
Yeah, Alan Turing. That's it. Anyway, carry on with your schedule.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we were talking about it. So thank you, Alan Turing. At the moment, we have 3 segments. The first of which is Elina's Conspiracies, in which Elina, each podcast, Elina will present some conspiracies. I mean, I've told you about this.
But I didn't know it was each podcast. I thought it was just I think
I just do it once.
Oh, I forgot that you used the word segment. I thought it was episodes, so a conspiracy episode and whatever episode you. But segments is a better idea. Yeah. Get people in the mood, and we can play some nice eerie music at the start.
Well, I don't want to do that much editing.
All right.
I've got other shit to do. I mean, you don't have anything prepared today, because this was kind of like a impromptu kind of recording session.
But one thing that was on my mind today was there is a... See, I only heard about this on YouTube, and it was just randomly thrown in there in mid-conversation that had nothing to do with conspiracy theories. It actually had to do with the elections. Was it Biden or was it Bill Clinton? I think it might have been Biden that said the reason why he got into politics and wants to become president is because he was visited by aliens who told him to do that. So I was like, this guy who's just I've been visited by aliens, or I've been abducted by aliens. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. It'll probably be in a segment next episode.
It's probably a complete fabrication.
But even if it is a fabrication, how is he still
Because he probably denied it.
No. Oh, maybe he did deny it. But the fact that someone like that is actually still
honestly,
running.
It wouldn't surprise me, because America's track record with presidents recently has not
to say that he's crazy for saying that he's been visited by aliens. He could have been visited by aliens, because I believe that aliens exist. But so the fact that he still is running for president and people validate everything that he says is he's what is it? How would you say this? He is a source of knowledge. He has a good reputation after saying that he's been visited by aliens.
Right.
And also the fact that there are people out there who, in America, completely deny that aliens exist, but are probably going to vote for Biden.
Right.
Because
the alternative isn't very good.
That's true.
Honestly, Biden seems... I haven't been following anything to do with the elections at all, but he seems pretty normal.
I'm liking the only reason why I like the American elections is because it introduces me to so many names I've never... Biden as a surname is pretty cool. No?
Right.
I like it. Bernie Sanders. Sanders as a surname? Pretty cool.
You could just look up a phone book and find names that way.
Oh, but it's nice. It's nice to hear all of these new names.
Sure. What a reason to get into politics. They have such cool names.
They do. They actually have pretty boring names.
So yeah, I mean, next week I'll have Elina work on do some research, to find a conspiracy you like, or you could just like talk about one of the ones that you've been bending my ear with over the last 3 years or so, driving me crazy. The fucking moon shit. Do you want to talk about that?
I love talking about that. It's so good. It opens up so many avenues.
Oh God.
Opens up so many. Because at the time that America did the moon landing, they were in like competition with Russia. So they saw that Russia was going up into space and making all of these new like innovative technological whatever, like we built rockets, we did this, we did that. So America had to one up Russia and said that we visited the moon. But like,
they didn't just say it.
They took a video that now they say completely does not exist. They've like corrupted the files. How could you corrupt those files? Or how could you not have backup copies on? They do. Like, it is so fake. They've definitely gone to the moon after that. But I think that first incident was heavily fabricated for media to like one up America against Russia.
I don't know, man.
But like they've definitely visited it since, because like obviously the back of the moon is a space station.
Yeah. And there was Apollo 18, the true story documentary movie that came out years ago, where I'm joking, by the way, it's not that.
Oh.
I just remember seeing it, watching it at my friend's house at a sleepover, and it terrified me because it was like, I think Apollo 18 is like missing from records or something. At least that was like the gist of the story. But it was like the document, or it was like, shaky cam footage kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Head cam footage of a space team going up to the moon, and then they go into like the dark side of the moon a bit.
Yeah. They go behind it.
Sure. And then there's like loads of rocks everywhere.
I think
the rocks turn. Bitch,
oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I thought that was it. There was just a bunch of rocks everywhere.
The end.
Usually your stories are anticlimactic.
But the rocks turn out to be life forms.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Very cool.
It's really cool. Because then they find all these rocks, and like some of them
die.
The
shit attack you would have. The whole moon is full of rocks.
They're like spider crabby rocks things.
It's like if you
in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
The one where, I think the third one where Jack gets stranded in the
not the little crabs.
Yeah, like that. And then they get back. One of dude escapes the moon, and he gets he
escapes the moon.
Yeah,
that's a good sentence.
He's on his way back to Earth, and then the zero gravity kicks in, and then all you see behind him is like loads of rocks rising up in the zero gravity.
Wow.
Inside the thing, and then they all sprout alive and kill him. It's
wow.
Awesome. It's a pretty cool ending. I've ruined it for everybody, but
is that true?
Sure.
No,
it is. Yeah.
Seriously.
No, it's true, yeah. I was joking about the fact
that is so cool.
Not true.
See, I believe stuff like that can happen, because if all of this shit can happen here on Earth, like obviously like even more amazing imaginative things can happen
in space.
On other planets that have different gravity, different rules, different laws.
Dude, you should read some Lovecraft.
Yeah.
Or I don't know how you deal with the language. Maybe just read some synopsises. Synopses.
So I think a lot of the moon conspiracies, I think people have it wrong. Like, I don't think the moon landing was fake, but I think it was heavily fabricated. Could have been fake, but heavily fabricated. But they've definitely gone to the moon since then. And like the whole moon is a hologram thing.
Oh my God.
So I don't think that the moon is a hologram and there's no moon whatsoever that exists. it's just a hologram. I don't think that. I think there is a hologram. There could be. I'm open to all of these, like, whatever. There could be a hologram over the moon that exists. So they can, like, hide, like, they're probably doing stuff up on the moon and they just have the hologram up so nobody can, like, see what they're doing up there.
Do you realize how hard it was to make a hologram of Tupac?
Was it Coca-Cola? Coca-Cola tried. No, it was Pepsi. Pepsi tried to.
Then you're saying that they've made a hologram of the fucking moon.
Yeah.
The moon.
Yeah.
The moon.
You don't think that can happen?
That would be bright enough to shine like a normal moon.
No, the normal moon still shines, but they have a hologram over it to hide what's happening underneath the hologram.
It's so dumb.
It's not dumb. They could be doing that, but they could.
Oh my gosh.
I think they could do that.
Oh my gosh.
So I think the moon still exists, but there could be a hologram over it. So I think all of these conspiracy theories, like, they have a bit of truth in them. They could. Pepsi tried to put a hologram of the word Pepsi on the moon. And this was about 20 years ago.
How did they fare?
They weren't allowed because that would they would have to own a part of it, I guess, to be able to do it. But you can't own a part of the moon. I think that's what happened. But they were like, we can so put a hologram on the moon. Let's do that as advertisement. As advertisement.
Just shoot it up like one of those
advertisements. Do you know how much money
lasers
they were going to spend on that one advertisement of having Pepsi written on the moon for the whole world to see? And all the money they have in NASA. 100% they're able to do a hologram over the moon.
All right.
Yeah, my case is closed.
It probably just would have been cheaper to put Pepsi ads on Coca-Cola bottles.
But, like, that's not cool. Imagine looking up at the night sky cool. And Pepsi's written on the moon.
Imagine being so...
That's terrifying. Like, that's so scary. That's like, let's grow trees in the shape of Coca-Cola bottles as Coca-Cola adverts. It's so freaky. So weird.
So, yeah, the other... Oh, actually, I feel like I should mention, because it's a fun topic. Yesterday... Was it yesterday?
I don't know what you're going to talk about.
I got a gastroscopy.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday. Yeah, got a gastroscopy. The one that goes in your mouth, not your ass. That's a colonoscopy.
That's just a Friday night. I'm joking.
And that was not fun, to be honest. I think, like, one of the reasons why this podcast might not go so long today is because of my sore throat.
How long have we been doing so far?
20 odd minutes.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. So, since you're dying to know about my gastroscopy, Elina.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. I mean, I know I've told you everything already, but make sure that you engage and
oh my gosh, what happened at your...
Oh, let me tell you.
What happened at the gastroscopy?
Let me tell you, right? So, I had to go back home for a few days because I had to get a COVID test before.
Home is at the other side of the country, to put it in perspective.
Well, kind of. It's just a bit down, really. But,
do you see what I mean with anticlimactic? I can tell a story.
Went back to get a COVID test, which is basically you get a swab shoved back into your face, in your mouth and your nose. That was actually they couldn't get it into your nose. They couldn't get into my nose
at all. Yeah, no.
Wow.
I know. She couldn't find the back of both of the nostrils.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine just went straight back.
No.
It was very sore. Like it felt like it went like halfway into my head.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
No, I didn't feel that.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I didn't feel that.
Like, I felt pain where I've never felt anything before.
Rotten.
Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah. Both of ours came back negative, by the way.
Yeah, we're both responsible adults.
Yeah.
Don't
even get me started on COVID.
Oh, no, man.
I know. That's going to be a whole other conspiracy segment.
Episode, yeah. So, yeah, I got the COVID test. I had to get the COVID test for the gastroscopy because you can't get procedures and stuff without getting it. Then a couple of days later, went back to the hospital. The appointment was at 12:30. I didn't get seen until...
To like 3.
No,
2.
I didn't get seen until about 1:30, I'd say.
Yeah.
Then they brought me into a room, took my details and stuff, and I got into the gown and stuff, and the nurse or whatever came in to put a line. They put like the
IV thing.
Yeah, the IV thing, but it's not like the actual whole IV thing. It's just like the connector.
Why do they do that?
In your arm, so that they can inject the sedatives.
Oh, yeah.
Just easier. So she's doing that, and I'm not good with needles or anything to do with my the inside of my arms. Really, I get very kind of uncomfortable.
Can I ask? So he got sedated for a gastroscopy because they're going to stick something down your throat for a good while.
Yeah.
Like
apparently it lasts like 15 minutes.
Wow. So you have to like, if you're awake,
how do you breathe?
You're a champ.
Yeah, I don't know how you breathe because that's going all the way down your.
And also, it's kind of a bit awkward if you're awake and your like eyes are like looking at the doctor as he's doing that. It's a bit weird. I think.
Do you make eye contact?
Yeah, like are tears rolling down your eyes as it's like shoving it down your throat?
They would be.
Yeah. So I can understand getting sedated for that. For a colonoscopy, would you get sedated? Yeah. Okay, what's worse?
I wouldn't want to awaken anything in myself.
Whoa. Whoa, nasty. Nasty. Imagine people accidentally enjoying it too much while they're sedated.
I mean, apparently with gyno exams or whatever, some women have orgasms.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Yeah. Horny whores.
No. Okay. So,
So
my question is: so when you woke up from the sedatives, you weren't feeling well.
Well, will this skip my story?
No. So he felt like you obviously could tell something was put in your throat, like it wouldn't feel.
It was sore.
Yeah, it was sore. So, would you want to wake up after being sedated with a sore ass, or would you want to be awake to know?
Well, I'd know where the sore ass came from. It's not like, oh, I'm in a hospital.
I think I would feel violated if I woke up drugged with a sore butt.
I would feel violated if I knew there was a long camera up my ass and even down my throat.
Yeah, alright. Alright. If you could stay awake during a gastroscopy or colonoscopy, which one would you choose to stay awake for?
Probably colonoscopy.
You'd choose to stay awake for a colonoscopy?
Rather than a gastroscopy, yeah. 15 minutes of feeling like you're choking.
But that could be 15 minutes
horrible.
of something up your butt.
I might enjoy it. Apparently it just feels like you're taking a poop. Like a large poop.
Imagine if you did.
Yeah.
Okay, go on with your story.
Yeah, so anyway.
Apparently you poop while you're in labour.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like...
Good luck with that.
Obviously, some women don't, but like I'm hoping I'm one of those. Imagine I can't. No, go on.
Do you want me to record the birth? God, we're getting really off topic here.
No, because I don't want to
see that. It is pretty gross.
I'd like you to record
your face.
No, so the hospital bed, the doctor, but from a side point of view.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Yeah, so then you can see the baby being like held when it's like officially out.
Yeah.
But I don't want
you see like shit spraying all over the doctors from that point of
view
as well.
Just a very inappropriate clip of me. I would not like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's enough pressure on you as it is to give birth, let alone knowing that it's being recorded.
Anyway, back to the original topic. So I was getting the line in.
Or you could record it and do
it. Please.
Heavily edit it.
I'm never going to finish the story. You know how I am with telling stories.
You could blur every time like my private area is like exposed. You could just heavily like have soft music on instead of the screaming or like
just use the music that I use for all the YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Takeshi's Castle music.
Yeah. They're funny.
Anyway, please do not interrupt.
Alright. I'll sit back for this one.
Jesus. Just leave the room, actually.
Yeah. Please turn off the light.
So yeah, got the line in. She was putting it in. I don't know if she finished, but I started to feel real faint.
But
dizzy.
I finished.
And I was like about to faint, I think, and I had to like. She had to stop. I guess she didn't finish. She had to stop that. Put me on. Put it. Stop.
Sorry.
Oh my god. So I got put in a bed and I had to wait for like an hour while they waited for my blood pressure to go back to normal so that they could try again. And then the next time they did it, I didn't tell you this part at all actually. They did it on, so first time was in the right arm. Second time they did it on the left arm. So she was over on my left and I wasn't looking, of course. But I was feeling a lot calmer this time. And even when like it started to get bad, I was doing this like tapping thing on the rail beside me. Like I started off like that kind of, and then when it got bad, I was like, you know, which I don't know if it helped, but I'm sure it was.
Well, I'm sure it did. It made you
busting
concentrate
out some
on
man beat, you know. But I don't know, because like after, like while I was waiting for my blood pressure to lower, I was kind of dreading the whole.
Why does your blood pressure have to lower?
I think so that just loads of blood doesn't squirt out when they're trying to put anything,
I see.
Or something. I don't know.
Yeah, alright.
But I thought it was weird how I was so much calmer the second time. Maybe it's because I knew what I was going to go through, because it was kind of a shock the first time.
Yeah.
But yeah, then that went well. Got that on. Then a few minutes later, got brought into the procedure room. Lay down on the bed, and there was like maybe 5 to 7 people in there. They were all nice. One lady had to spray my throat and stuff with like numbing stuff, yeah, which tasted like banana, which is weird, but it also tasted like, it reminded me of when I was getting my appendix out for some reason, like just kind of like a hospital taste, you know, like
I keep forgetting that you had your appendix out.
Yeah.
I need to look at conspiracy theories about the appendix. I think it's just weird.
I think it's just like a evolutionary kind of unnecessary, you know, something
I don't
unnecessary
believe
that we've grown out of.
No, I don't think so. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, my mouth is all numbed up now, and I like the nurse was still talking to me and stuff, and I said something and like a load of spit flew out of my mouth. I was like, okay, I should probably swallow and stuff because I couldn't feel anything.
Oh.
Yeah. It was weird. It was really weird. And then the lady came along to sedate me, and she said, "Okay, I'm gonna, put in this sedative now." And I was like, "Okay," and then like 2 seconds went by, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can like kind of feel it," and then I don't remember anything after that, apart from like flashes of just kind of like, in a dream when you kind of like, it's like a fast-paced dream, you can't really tell what's going on.
Right.
Yeah, it was kind of like that, but it was only like maybe 2 or 3 seconds long, I think. And it was just like, I could kind of see just like figures moving about, and they were like, it seemed like a kind of panicky, not super panicky, but like kind of panicky situation. And all I could feel was like I was choking. It was horrible. I think that's maybe why I have the sore throat, because I choked on the camera. And that's all. I fell asleep back after that then. And apparently I vomited everywhere during that, possibly during that moment.
Which is why I'm like, okay, if something comes out of your mouth because you're being deep-throated, then obviously some people must poop from a colonoscopy.
Possibly.
Yeah. I've heard that some women poop after, this is really bad, but after anal.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
can imagine.
Yeah, isn't it?
Because it feels like you're pooping.
It must be different for men, so.
I'd say not.
I'd say so. Because would sex with another man not make you want to poop every time?
They probably get used to it.
Maybe. Alright.
So then I woke up and everything was fine, kind of. The reason I was getting the gastroscopy in the first place was because I have really bad heartburn and stuff. But apparently they didn't really find anything. Yeah.
He says really bad heartburn, but he's like still says that he's not celiac, that he's gluten intolerant.
I'm not celiac.
I know, but it would really help if you were.
I know it would, but I'm fucking not.
But like, you could just act it up a bit.
No. That's like saying it would be so handy if I didn't have the use of my legs so that I could get those parking spaces next to the entrance of a supermarket. It'd be so handy if I could just pretend I was, do you think you still can
being gluten intolerant?
Only if I was celiac. But yeah, that's why. And that's my gastroscopy story.
Cool.
I wonder if we have anybody still listening.
I know. They've all been sedated.
But yeah, I should have an update soon about it. I don't know why they didn't find, like, if I have another appointment, what's that for? Maybe just to check if I'm still alive.
Who told you that they didn't find anything?
The nurse. She said I was fine.
Maybe she meant the actual like gastroscopy went fine.
No, I don't know. She said like everything went okay.
Yeah, everything went okay, meaning the gastroscopy went okay.
I don't know. It was like 5 minutes after I woke up from being sedated. I was
They're gonna have to do a review. Yeah, so they have to do a review first. The nurse can't just be like, "No, you're grand."
Yeah, all right. Well, I figured they would have seen what they saw back then. During it. Maybe they recorded it.
Yeah, they'd have to record it. I think.
Watch it back with a glass of whiskey.
Your stomach is in somebody's computer right now. Yeah. Weird.
It's vor.
What's vor?
It's a porn category.
Is that not voyeur?
No. It's not a real life category because it's like a fetish where you like being like ingested or just like being inside someone completely.
Weird.
Anyway. We also have so that was the first segment was Alina's Conspiracies. Back on the segments.
Yeah.
The second segment I wanted to do was like a shout out segment. Now, Alina said she's not crazy about shout outs because she thinks they're pretentious.
They are very pretentious.
But I think they're fun because you introduce people to things you like. And I don't get to do enough of that.
It's pretentious because... Oh, wait, what do you mean? What type of shout outs?
It's not like you would see on freaking the YouTube videos you watch.
Alright,
it's just like, okay, so I'm gonna do a shout out for Mr. Sark, who is a YouTuber.
Yuck.
Who I watch. Why do you think it's yuck?
Because you're assuming that so many people are
I'm
watching
not.
you.
I'm not.
Yeah. Instead of doing
if one person watched,
I think it's
if one person listened to this, and I said, "Look, you should check out Mr. Sark because he's makes really funny gaming videos.
I'm fine with that.
They're really well edited. They're hilarious. He's like 44.
I don't mind.
So he's got like a mature sense of humor and stuff, and he's like really classy and stuff.
Yeah.
But he's fun.
I don't mind that. See, no, I don't mind everything you said after shout out to. I think maybe instead of a shout out segment, because shout out sounds very pretentious, just do things I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying watching Mr. Sark videos. And you say why. You know, so it's like a recommendation. It's not like...
So I'll rephrase the fucking segment.
Yeah, shout outs just sound horrible.
Fine.
Yeah. It just sounds like something kids say.
I was saying it before the freaking kids were.
I know, but it's like how kids say this is my girlfriend and then older people are like this is my partner. It's like shout out to this YouTube channel.
I say that.
Older people.
Yeah,
like we're older than kids,
Oran. Yeah, but I say... Oh, are we?
Yeah. So like older YouTubers would be like, I highly recommend this product. They're not like shout out to MAC Cosmetics. It's just weird.
Alright.
You know.
Well, I'll work on the name then.
Yeah, just recommendations.
Fine.
Yeah.
I recommend Mr. Sark. I've been watching him for years, like more than 10 years. Actually. Yeah, more than 10 years. Because he was on Machinima, which I used to watch when I was... Before going into secondary school, which was 2008.
Yeah.
So at least 12 years.
I'm so bad with years.
Yeah.
Anything to do with like even applying for that admin job. It was like the years of every job that you had and all of the qualifications that you have. I was like, when did I graduate? When did I start secondary school? When did I start primary school? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the Oran's recommendation segment.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you'd like to recommend? You could do Nikki.
I'm not up for recommendations. No, I'll stick to my conspiracy theories. It could even be like,
you know...
I highly recommend people have Coca noodles with ketchup.
Flavor?
Chicken Coca noodles with ketchup and an egg that's boiled, but the yolk is raw. You mix all of that together. So you mix the ketchup, noodles, and the egg, and like you crack the yolk part of it, and it's absolutely delicious. It ends up like a gooey, like salty and sweet mess. That I recommend that.
Good.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Shout out to
No. No.
All right. Chill. Jesus. Yeah, okay then. And then, well, we can't really do the last segment that
What's
I
the
had,
last
which is
one?
reading comments. That'll be where we read comments.
Whoa.
If there's any interesting ones on the previous podcast, we'll read them. They'll probably be like questions, like Q&A stuff. So if you have any questions for us, or if you just want to, leave a comment and whatnot, do so, and it might get read in the next podcast. Ooh.
Every time people say "do so," it reminds me of this is a random thought, but wait, no, sorry.
Oh, she's on her phone, everyone.
Yeah. I'm muting the chat. So "do so" was a campaign in India, I think it was. It was a political campaign. So it was like right wing and left wing, and like the left wing was more. See, I don't know any of these terms, but so for example,
I think left wing is.
I don't know what they represent.
Okay, here's what I know.
It has nothing. It's fine.
No,
it's fine.
No. Right wing is Nazis. Left wing is feminists.
Liberals and conservatives.
I don't know what those mean.
Like your freedom, like your liberty, whatever. So liberals, and
right.
What was the other word I used? Conservatives, because they're very traditional. So so for example, left wing was like the demographic of those voters were older, and then the demographic of the right wing was younger. So they made a campaign so the left wing people made a campaign for the right wing people, saying that basically it's not cool to vote. So it was like "do so" was the whole campaign, and "do so" sounds very active, but what they're doing is not being active and not voting, because India was very corrupt. So they were like, the best thing you can do is not vote. So then the majority of the votes were left wing, and then that person won.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't get
Crazy.
it, but wow.
Isn't that mad?
Yeah.
Sorry, every time a person says "do so," it's like the second time you said "do so" today. And I was like,
what's the first time?
I just think of that. No, it was our second.
No, when was the first time?
I can't remember. I think of that campaign and I'm like, whoa. Talk about manipulation.
Yeah, I think unless you can think of anything else to talk about, I feel like we could wrap it up soon.
I have my driving. No, I'm not going to say, just in case. Alright, bye everyone. It was nice talking.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching or listening to 2 C's in a podcast. What?
The 2 C's are couple cakes.
Yeah, if anybody didn't get that.
Yeah.
And
so we're
it's
just
like
a couple of
it's
cakes.
like a play on the phrase 2 peas in a pod, but it's 2 C's in a podcast. Get it, everyone?
But
if you don't,
someday
like
we'll
that
afford
pun,
actual sound.
If you don't like that pun, you can blame the guy on Twitter, whoever it was.
No, I think you should blame Twitter.
Oh, you should actually, because if not for Twitter. Yeah, okay. Thanks for watching.
Listening.
I keep saying that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, people could watch. There's gameplay on the screen.
Damn, I'm trying to think of something else to mock you. Thanks for reading with us. See you next time.
They have the auto-generated subtitles on.
For deaf people, Oran, that's not funny. Are you mocking our deaf listeners? God damn. God damn. I'm sorry. Our deaf listeners. On that note, goodbye. Sorry.